Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out CobraTrading.com. Been using these guys for years, best in the business. Check them out, especially if you're an active trader. CobraTrading.com, and don't forget, tell them StockBookie sent you, or use promo code StockBookie on their website. All right, guys, let's get right to the daily chart on the spider. So we had 62 million on the day. Not a bad day, even with the after hours action. 62 million. Yesterday we had 50, so it was slightly heavier from yesterday, and they pushed it back above the 50 and the 20 MA, guys. We've talked about this high pivot right around 246.62. That will be your next level of resistance, as well as the gap fill right around 247, and then this high pivot here right around the 247.52. So let's see if we can get above this area here. Then we'll be attacking this line right around, we're going to pull this back up, right around the 248.85, and then 248.91, which is double top. If we can crack through there, then you go into 250, 255, and then possibly into the 260 area. We'll have to see how this sets up. But again, in a bullish stance above the MAs, so let's see if this thing plays out. The only negative thing that I could see is that you're still inside this bar, which is inside this bar too, and holding on. That's an inside bar bearish pattern, consolidating sideways up, and that's what you kind of want to see with this one, with these red bars. Big area again, 246.59, and you got to fill this gap and get a, if it can close above in this area and they get some follow through the next day or the next day after that, then we'll probably retest these highs and go to 250 or higher. If this just chops around, then we'll be setting up for higher prices. If this pattern fails, then we'll see if we could get back below this trend line. This is the big line, guys. Every time it gets right below it, guess what? Pop goes the weasel, right back above. And that goes from these lows back in February. That's a big one, guys. So we've been channeling up in this channel, got above, couldn't make it. We're back below in the bottom range. Now we're consolidating in a bearish manner. You can see the inside bar a little bit better once I open this up. See that guy right there. So as long as we stay inside that red bar, that's what we're looking for, guys. So if you're bearish, that's what you're looking for. Bullish, you got to break above these and go for the all-time highs, then the 250 level. All right, let's get into the IWM. The volume was okay. I mean, 62 million, it was okay. All right, so the IWM, 15 million. It was up a little bit today. I mean, nothing great, 0.64%. It's down a little bit after hours, but guys, here we go, retracing back up. Talked about this area here, inside bar. This is at 138.84. This is your next big area if it can hold the moving averages. Yesterday we just closed right below the 20. Now we're back above, making a run for the money. Remember, we were talking about this one lagging. They must have been listening to us, and next thing you know, this thing's on the run again. So let's see if we could make it back up into the 50 MA, possibly fill this gap right at 140.03 or so. I want to stick a Fibonacci in here too as well. Let's see what we're getting on some retrace levels from that high to this low. 618.750. You got the 50%. You got a couple gap fills. All right, guys. So we're going to see if this thing can continue higher. We are into the 382. Next one will be the 50%, as well as a couple high pivots and then gap fill at the 140, as well as the 139.83, which is the 50 MA. So let's see if we can retrace back up. If this comes in, we'll be looking for some choppy action below the 50 MA, possibly setting up for lower prices. So if this thing stalls out here, you're looking to stay above the moving averages, go with sideways, and then this thing could possibly get some steam to possibly shoot up. So watch for that one. If it does just click over, start coming back in, then we'll have to put the fib up here and check out levels. But then you're really looking at this pivot, gap fill, and then double bottom if it comes right back down. So watch for that. Again, still below the 50 MA, getting in a bullish stance. Watch for that one. Volume was okay today, but let's see if this is just a head fake. Buy the dip, a little bit oversold conditions into these low pivots down in here. See where it bounced, guys? Right there, right when these low pivots here. Boom, perfect, right back up. Still in the lower range of this down move, so let's see, give it a couple more days, and then the Friday close, we'll look at that one too. But the volume was okay today on this one, almost 16 million. So the Qs led the way today. This was the IBB or the biotech's launching, because that's the last one, guys. That's the one that hasn't went up. So why get everything that's at all-time highs that could barely move? Touch the ones that have a little room to run. So that's what they're doing, rotating capital out of the Amazons are kind of struggling now. The Baba's been okay. What else? There's a couple of, Facebook's been stalling, Apple's been stalling. It's at all-time highs, but it's been chopping around, up above the moving averages. Really kind of like this, just doing nothing. So now the IBB's running. They're trying to get it to all-time highs, so they got a little bit more room to run, I believe. But we'll see. We'll see how these markets respond in the next couple of weeks. But Q's back above the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA in a bullish stance. We did fill the gap today. Let's see if we get above these lines, guys. Trying to make another move. So if this one continues higher, let's see, so that's right into that. Well, you could probably put that down a little bit right there. So it got above there. Let's see some follow through tomorrow. I want to see more volume. This is good. So light, a little heavier, getting a little bit of a push above these areas. You had a gap fill, so they had to give it a little bit more gas today to get it above there. Let's see if it holds into tomorrow. Let's see if we continue to the all-time highs, which is 145.96. And then continue higher, guys. I'm thinking if this thing starts to roll, 150 to 155, okay? If it cannot make it through these all-time highs in 146, 146.50, it starts stalling and comes back in, then we can see in the next fall possibly into, you have a gap fill here. You have the little pivot. This will be your first big area right there. If you want, you can even connect this, maybe go into that one too as well. So you had that little bit of support. It's going up into there. I wonder what the fib is. You want to throw these levels in here, guys, just to see. Yeah, you're at the 750 retrace as well on the smaller time frame, guys. You got to squeeze it in. This is total short term, more intraday trading, guys, from highs to low. Last month or so. But did get back above the MA, so let's watch for this one in the next couple days. See where it closes on the weekly as well. But the Qs, they're strong. Hats off to them, guys. So DIA. DIA volume was a little bit lighter from yesterday, trying to close above the 20 MA, barely below it, maybe by a penny or so. Maybe it's just not closed right. But right on top of the 20 MA, down, sideways, a little bit bearish still, guys. So let's see if this can continue sideways, chopping above the 50 MA, below the 20 MA. If it gets above, we'll see if it confirms. We'll see if it comes back down, see if it confirms. You still have a gap fill, and you have this line up here. So that's going to be another one too. And let's, you know what, let's go short term then on here, the fib. So 618, yeah, 750 up in there. We could pull them out a little bit, but right now we're almost into the 50. A little bit above it, so let's see if it can hold that area and continue to move up in the next couple days on light volume. Light volume's taking over again, but these markets, you know what, resilient. Came right down to the 50 MA, bounced back up. I'm going to take this out. It's a little bit too much in there with the short term. Down, sideways, a little bit bullish here. As long as it stays above it, let's see if we get above the 20, then maybe a little bit higher. You still have a gap fill here and a high pivot there, and you have the trend lines to watch for that. All right, guys, so that's the DIA, and the volume was okay. We're up a little bit today, but here we go in this chop area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days going sideways. Still bearish, but slightly bullish here, so 50-50 shot on this one. And we have the IYT. So the IYT, we had 2 nice up days, trying to recapture this big red bar. Remember, this is a big red bar, a lot of selling going on, and boom, right back up. Let's see, we are at the, from this high pivot to this high pivot, we did a Fibonacci. And then 50% retrace with the 618 here at the 50 MA with a gap fill, and then a high pivot, and then this big red bar with another gap fill. So if this can somehow, somewhere get above the 170, 150 area, or even this pivot here, 172, and keep going, you might get to this gap fill. But man, a lot of resistance coming up in here, guys. I want to see if this thing can actually crack through here and keep rolling. I'm going to connect this high. I'm going to put, well, I'm going to do this. So let's see if that's going to play a little bit of resistance as well. But man, what a nice bounce. I wish a little bit lower. Gosh. You had a gap to fill here. Yeah, it just took off. This was one that was lagging like the IWM, guys. When this one lags, you better watch out. And transports aren't going up with the markets or leading, then this could possibly start channeling down. And even if you put the, we could put a trend line down here too. Yeah, here we go. We got it. We got a trend. We got a little bit of a channel going on this one too. Let's see if we start breaking above or breaking below. See what happens. So this is going to be a big area for this one. Let's see if we can get above the gap fill 618 trend line, 50 MA, and I bet you if we go a shorter Fibonacci is probably the 618750 there as well. So just beware, guys. You know, you got a nice little short-term bounce from 162.55 to almost 168. Some profit taking is going to come in here, especially from the day traders. So watch for that one. All right, guys. So overall, markets remain light. Going into the jobs number on Friday, let's see what happens with that. That maybe it drives the markets higher. Who knows? Buffett came out today doing a little more lip service on the markets. I really don't know what he said. All I know is he came out, and I believe the markets went up when he did. Like, again, I don't really follow CNBC or Warren Buffett or any of that. I just trade the charts. All right, guys, but thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.